In this video, we're going to focus on graphing linear equations in slope-intercept form and in standard form. So let's begin. How would you graph the equation y is equal to 2x plus 3? How would you do it? So this equation is in slope-intercept form. M represents the slope and B is the y-intercept. So as you can see, the slope is 2 and the y-intercept, which is b, is 3. So knowing that, we can graph the equation. So the first thing we need to do is we need to plot the y-intercept. So since it's 3, we need to plot 3 on the y-axis. This is the y-axis. On the left, we have the x-axis. So the y-intercept is the point 0, 3. Now the next thing we need to do is we need to use the slope to find the next point. The slope, which is rise over run, is equal to 2. 2 is the same as 2 over 1. So we need to rise 2 units and travel 1 unit to the right. So we need to go up to a y value of 5 and 1 unit to the right to an x value of 1. So the next point is over here. Then we can go up 2 units over 1, which should be somewhere over here, or we can go left 1 down 2, which should be somewhere over here. And then we could connect these points with a line. So that's how you can graph a linear equation in slope-intercept form. Now let's try another example. Go ahead and graph y is equal to negative 3x plus 5. So feel free to pause the video and try this example. So the slope is negative 3 and the y-intercept is 5. The first thing we need to do is plot the y-intercept. Now notice that the slope is a negative number. When the slope is negative, that means the graph is going to be decreasing. So as you move to the right, it's going to be going down. If the slope is positive, the graph will be increasing. When the slope is 0, you have a horizontal line. If the slope is 1 over 0, it's going to be a vertical line. Let's use the slope to get the next point. So the slope is negative 3, which is the same as negative 3 over 1. So the rise is negative 3 and the run is 1. That means we need to go down 3 units and 1 unit to the right. So if we go down 3 units, the y value is going to decrease from 5 to 2. And we need to travel 1 unit to the right, so the point should be here. So as you can see, we went down 3 and then 1 to the right. Now let's repeat the process. Let's go down 3 and then 1 to the right. So we should be at 2, negative 1. And if we go down 3 again, 1 to the right, we should be at 3, negative 4. So now let's connect these points with a line. So that's how you can graph this particular equation in slope-intercept form. Here's another example. Y is equal to 3 over 4x minus 5. Try that one. So we can see that the y-intercept is -5, and the slope is 3/4. So the rise is 3, the run is 4. So starting from the y-intercept, let's go up 3 units, and then we'll travel 4 units to the right. So the next point should be here. Now let's repeat the process. Let's go up 3 units. Well, we don't have enough space to go 4 units to the right, so we'll just have to work with these 2 points. So let's connect these 2 points with a line, and this is going to be our graph. And as you can see, it's not that hard to graph a linear equation in slope-intercept form. But now, what if we have an equation in standard form? Let's say 2x minus 3y is equal to 6. Standard form is in this form. It's ax plus by is equal to c. How can we graph this equation? What we need to do for this example is we need to find the x and the y intercepts. Let's find the x-intercept. To find the x-intercept, replace y with 0 and solve for x. 3 times 0 is 0. So 2x is equal to 6. If you divide both sides by 2, x is equal to 3. Therefore, the x-intercept is 3, 0. And so we can plot that at 3 on the x-axis. So now, let's find the y-intercept. So this time, we're going to substitute x with 0, and we're going to solve for y. 2 times 0 is 0. So we have -3y is equal to 6. So let's divide both sides by -3. 6 divided by -3 is -2. So the y-intercept is 0, -2. So here's the y-intercept. Now we can connect these 2 points with a line. And so the graph looks like that. So that's how you can graph an equation in standard form. Try this example. 4x plus 5y is equal to 20. Go ahead and graph the equation. So let's find the x-intercept first. So if we replace y with 0, this is going to disappear. So it's simply going to be 4x is equal to 20. So we need to divide both sides by 4, and so x is 5. So the x-intercept is 5, 0. If we plot it, it should be here on the x-axis. So now let's find the y-intercept. So let's replace 0 with x. So that disappears. Therefore, 5y is equal to 20. So if we divide both sides by 5, 20 divided by 5 is 4. So we have the y-intercept 0, 4, which is over here. So to graph it, it looks like this. So we can see that the slope is negative. And so that's how you can graph an equation in standard form. You just need to find the x and the y intercepts. By the way, what is the slope of this line? Notice that the rise is -4 since we're going down, and the run is 5. Therefore, the slope, which is the rise over run, is -4/5. Now, what if you get an example that looks like this? 3y minus 2x plus 9 is equal to 0. What would you do to graph this linear equation? So take a minute and try to solve it. So you have two options. You can put it in standard form, or you can put it in slope-intercept form. I'm going to modify it and put it in slope-intercept form. To do that, I need to get y by itself on the left side. So I'm going to add 2x to both sides, and at the same time, I'm going to subtract 9 from both sides. So on the left side, the only thing I'm going to have is the 3y. On the right side, I'm going to have 2x minus 9. So what do I need to do at this point to isolate y? To isolate y, I got to divide everything by 3. So y is going to be 2 over 3x minus 3. So this is the equation in slope-intercept form. So we could see that the slope is the number in front of x, that's 2 over 3, and the y-intercept is negative 3. Let's start by plotting the y-intercept, which is here on the y-axis at negative 3, and the slope is 2 over 3. So we need to rise 2 units and then travel 3 units to the right. So we should be at the point 3, negative 1. And let's go up 2 over 3. So that should take us to 6, 1, which is somewhere around here. And we have enough points to make a straight line. So the graph should look something like that. I don't have a ruler, so my lines are not perfectly straight, but let's try that one more time. There we go, that's better. So now you know how to graph a linear equation in slope-intercept form and in standard form. So that is it for this video. Thanks for watching and have a great day.